They don't just sit in holsters, they carry reputations. These are the 9mm that built their name one draw, one fight, one story at a time. Walk into a gun shop right now, ask for the most trusted carry pistols, and 9 times out of 10, you'll hear the same names whispered with a grin. They're not just tools, they're legends on the hip. 2025 didn't hand them the crown easy, they earned it. Range dust, carry sweat, thousands of rounds, and the kind of scars you don't polish away. These pistols didn't just survive the test, they defined it. And what makes this list different? Every single one that's here is still carving its place today right now across counters, ranges, and streets. Stick with me, because the top spot, that one pistol's more than a legend. It's the one even critics can't ignore, and the one you'll think about strapping on the second we're done. This is it. If I had to pick one pistol on this list that I actually shoot the best, it's this one, hands down. The Walther PDP Compact isn't flashy, it doesn't have the biggest capacity or the smallest footprint, but when it's in your hands, everything just clicks. The grip texture, the angle, the way the slide tracks, it's like this thing was built for control. Not marketing, just pure shoot it fast and hit your target control. The trigger? Best stock fire trigger I've felt, period. It's not just light, it's predictable. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to guess, it breaks where it should. And when you're under pressure, that kind of consistency matters more than anything else. Now, yes, it's a little bigger than some of the other guns we've talked about. It doesn't disappear in your waistband like a 43X or even a Shield Plus, but if you're someone who actually trains, who actually wants to shoot fast, shoot accurate, and shoot well, this gun helps you do just that. I've seen newer shooters take this out and suddenly look like they've been practicing for months. It's just that forgiving. And for guys who already know what they're doing, you'll feel the difference on shot one. Some guns carry easier, some guns look cooler, but if the worst day of your life ever shows up, this is the one I'd want in my hand. You don't forget the first time you wrap your hand around real steel. While the counters fill up with feather-light polymer, the SP01 feels like a damn anchor, steady, unshakable. Some folks laugh, call it heavy, say it's a relic. Well, let them laugh. Legends ain't built for comfort, they're built for grit. On the line, the thing just runs. I've watched it eat box after box without a stutter, sights climbing and falling like they're on rails. That weight everyone mocks, it's what keeps the muzzle flat, what lets you drive rounds back into the same hole. No wobble, no guesswork, just steel doing what steel's meant to do. Dealers don't shout about it, but they don't have to. One hits the case, and the old boys know who grab it quick. They don't buy into trends, they buy what lasts. And in 2025, when the new toys fade, the SP01 is still being carried, still being trusted, still being used. You can chase that hype all you want, but Steel don't care about hype. Steel just wins. And this CZ, it ain't fading. It's reminding the world why legends carry weight. Okay, now this is one that always sneaks up on people. I know everyone talks about the P360 line when it comes to small carry guns, but the Hellcat Pro? This one showed up like it had something to prove. You get 15 plus 1, it's something that still hides like a subcompact, and it doesn't just feel small, it feels tight. No rattle, no looseness. It's got that Springfield stiffness right out of the box that some people complain about, but personally, I like it. Makes it feel like a real tool. Shooting-wise, it's snappy. Let's not sugarcoat it. Compared to something like the PDP or a Glock 19, yeah, it moves a little more, but it comes back quick. The recoil impulse is sharp, but manageable. And once you get used to it, it's quick on target, like scary fast. It's optic ready, comes with a decent rail, and feels way more complete than most guns in its size class. If you told me this was your only pistol and you carried it every day, I'd get it. It's one of the few that actually feels like it was designed for real carry use, not just to chase the microgun trend. Some people still sleep on it and say it's just a Glock clone. Fine, let them talk. They'll see what happens when you're faster on target and your gun's still running after 2,000 rounds. But number one, that's the one I'd want if I needed to shoot well, fast, and clean. First time you grip a VP9, you know. No sharp edges, no awkward angle. Just a pistol that melts into your palm like it was carved just for you. That's HK's game. Precision over gimmicks. Critics call it overpriced, call it fancy German nonsense, but the ones who actually run it, they don't argue, they just keep shooting. On the range, the VP9 proves why it belongs here. Trigger breaks crisp, reset snaps short, recoil stays same. It don't need fancy comms or aftermarket magic, it just runs straight out of the box. I've seen shooters light it off and stop min-mac with that grin. The one that says, damn, this is different. Sure, the tag is heavier than some, and yet in 2025, counters can keep them long. Folks pay the premium because trust ain't cheap. That draws smooth, carries clean, and lands every round where you call it, that's not hype, that's legend. And stick around, because the bonus pistol coming up, that one carries the name so heavy it outsold plenty of the new toys, Glock included. Now this is for the folks who like Glocks but secretly want more without saying it out loud. The MR920 is basically what happens when someone takes a Glock, fixes everything people complain about, and doesn't ask permission. Better grip, better trigger, better slide cuts, better everything honestly. And yep, it costs more, but it feels like a pistol that was actually built with intention, not just stamped out in a factory by the million. The first time I shot it, I remember thinking, oh, so this is what a Glock is supposed to feel like. It tracks smoother, the recoil feels flatter, the grip doesn't fight your hand. It's like Shadow Systems took every range complaint and quietly went, yeah, we fixed that. Now some folks will roll their eyes at the price. They'll say, well, for that much, I could just get a Sig or build out a Glock with upgrades, sure. But this thing comes ready, and the reliability's been just as solid as any Gen 5 I've carried. Not a single issue, ever. It's a flex gun, yeah, but it's a functional one. Not some YouTube range toy with gold barrels and skeleton triggers. Next up though, we're dialing it back. Simpler, lighter, and still punches hard. Yes, I get it, you expected this one. It's the Glock 19. If you've been around guns for more than 5 minutes, you've heard someone call it the gold standard for carry, and I get it, it's earned that spot. But let's be real, that doesn't mean it's perfect. What makes the 19 special is how damn consistent it is. Doesn't matter what ammo you feed it, what weather you're in, how long it's been in the holster, it just keeps rolling. Mine's taken hits, been run dirty, soaked, dropped, you name it. And I haven't had it hiccup once. Maybe I got lucky, but I trusted. But here's the thing nobody wants to say out loud. It's not that great to shoot. I mean, personally, it's fine. It does do the job, but the grip angle still feels off to me. The trigger's nothing special, and let's be real, it's not gonna win no beauty contest. Half the people who carry it only do it because they feel like they're supposed to. Now, if you're into Glocks, this is the one to get. Gen 5 fixed some stuff. The texture's better, and the front slide serrations do help. You can run it stock or trick it out however you want. It's the AR-15 of handguns. But if you've been carrying this for years and thinking it's the best you can do, you might want to stick around for what's coming next. Look, I've carried a lot of pistols, but this one is just different. Shield Plus doesn't ask questions. It goes on my belt and stays there. I've had it through heat and rain and forgot to clean it more times than I really wish to admit. I even dropped it once at a gas station, thought I screwed it up. Didn't matter, still runs, still feels right. My buddy Cheat also carries the same one. Every Sunday after church, we hit the range. Same pistols, same ammo, same rhythm. We've shot side by side for years. I trust it, he trusts it. When I've got this thing on me, I feel safe, plain and simple. It doesn't dig in, doesn't move around, doesn't get annoying halfway through the day. It just disappears until I need it, and when I do need it, it's ready. You can chase bigger capacity, optics, whatever. I've tried all that, but I always end up coming back to this. I don't think about it, I just put it on. You've probably already picked your carry gun, but the next one, it might make you second guess that. Oh man, this one gets slept on way too much. I don't know why folks aren't talking about it. The P10C's been around long enough to prove itself, and every time I pick it back up, I'm like, why the hell did I ever put this down? It feels like it's carved out of concrete, real solid. The slide is tight, the grip's got a bite to it, and it sits in the hand like it belongs there. CZ just knows how to shape a frame. No frills, no gimmicks, just solid shootability. Recoils light, doesn't jump. You stay on it. And the trigger? No slop, no drama, just breaks clean and resets quick. I've always trusted how this thing shoots. It won't win any style points, I can tell you that, but it damn sure gets the job done. Yeah, it's heavier than some folks might like, and no, the aftermarket ain't crazy for it. You're not decking it out like a Glock, but that's the thing. It doesn't need to be dressed up, it just runs. Most folks overlook it. They're too busy chasing red dots and flashy names, but hey, next one, that's exactly what it's built for. So I picked this up thinking it'd just be one of those easy to rack beginner type guns. And yeah, sure, it kind of is, but the more I shoot it, the more I started thinking, all right, this thing's actually solid. It's got a soft slide, which, okay, maybe that sounds like it's for your grandma or something, but it's actually just nice. Like, I wasn't struggling with the other guns, but this one's just smooth. You can rack it without even thinking, and for some people, that matters a lot. The recoil's light, it tracks easy, and doesn't beat up your hands. You're not even fighting with it. It just runs flat. It's not snappy, not mushy, just balanced in a way that makes it easy to shoot clean, even if you're not trying hard. I don't love how it looks, but that's just me. Slide's kinda tall, kind of clunky, feels a bit top heavy, but it doesn't get in the way of how it performs. It's optics ready, has a real rail, takes 15 rounds, and somehow still feels light in the holster. Now, would I carry it every day? Maybe not, but I wouldn't try to talk someone out of it either. Now, there's a gun coming up that's heavier, louder, and hits way harder. Let's go there now. Alright, now this one always gets people talking. Some folks love it, some won't even touch it because it's Turkish and all, I get it. But the Canik TP9 Elite SC? Man, oh man. For the price, it punches way higher than it should. I didn't expect much the first time I shot it, just figured it was gonna feel cheap or rough. But the trigger, way better than it has any right to be. Clean break, short reset, kinda puts some of the big names to shame even, and I'm not kidding. The size is just right too. Compact enough to carry comfortably, but not so small that it feels like a compromise. I've seen people run this thing hard in classes, thousands of rounds, and it just keeps on going. Now yes, it's not perfect for some people. Holster options are kinda limited, and it's got a little more weight than something like a P365. But for what it costs, I mean, you start to let that stuff slide. I wouldn't say it's for everyone, but it's one of those guns where once you shoot it, you start thinking, do I really need to spend more? Still, there's a pistol coming up with a trigger that might make you change your mind. I didn't think I'd end up carrying this one as long as I did. Honestly, I kind of thought it was overhyped at first. Like, alright, it's another P365 with more rounds. Big deal, right? But then I actually shot it, and yep, it's different. 17 rounds in something that still hides like a micro. That's hard to ignore. It's not just a mag either. The grip feels better than the XL, and the recoil's way softer than I expected. That built-in comp? I thought it was a gimmick, but it's not. One of my friends swapped his XL for the X-Macro just last year and hasn't looked back since then. Says it's the first carry gun he didn't want to swap out after a month, and that's coming from a guy who switches stuff more than I change oil. Now, it's not perfect, don't get me wrong. The grip takes a second to get used to. First couple of range days, I kept adjusting my hand after every shot. Felt weird at first, but eventually it settled in. Now, would I call it the ultimate carry gun? I don't know. Maybe. Depends on what you're comparing it to. You see, there's still stuff on this list that hits different angles. This one just checks a lot of boxes, if you're willing to spend for it, that is. But if not, stick around, there's better value coming. So, the 43X. Yep, I carried this one more than I expected to. It kind of eased its way into my routine. Doesn't show off, doesn't try to be something it's not. It just disappears on your belt and does its job. That's what carry's all about, isn't it? 10 rounds, shoot smooth, slim enough to vanish under a flannel. You won't be winning any steel matches with it, but it'll stay on your side all day without a fuss. That's worth something. One of my buddies, an off-duty cop, carries a 43X every single day. Holsters beat up, slides got wear, but he's never had an issue. Told me once, I carry it because I forgot it's there, and yep, I get that. Now, if you're appendix carrying and wear tighter shirts, the grip might show a little. Depends on your frame, but that's me nitpicking. This ain't a flex piece. You don't post it for clout, but after testing a bunch of newer, cooler guns, this is the one I keep going back to, and that says something. Still, don't tap out just yet. There are a few coming that take the same reliability and dial it up. Once you see what they can do, you might start questioning if the 43X really is your endgame. This one's the underdog. You won't see folks lining up online to sing its praises, and maybe that's exactly why it deserves a spot right here. The Ruger Max 9 with the RXM red light, that's a sneaky solid combo, and I'll tell you why. The Max 9 on its own is already compact, affordable, and way more capable than people give it credit for. But when you slap that RXM on top, everything changes. You suddenly get faster shots, quicker follow-ups, and actual confidence at distance. And the whole setup, still cheaper than some of the big-name guns without an optic. Yes, the grip's a bit skinny. Yes, it's not as refined as a PDP or even a P365, but it shoots flat, carries light, and with the RXM riding on top, it punches way above its price. This isn't a flex gun or even a smart gun. Toss it in a bag, run it as your backup, or make it your daily if you don't need to impress anybody. It won't let you down. Some pistols earn respect in a year. The P226 earned it over decades. Say the name out loud in any gun shop and you'll see heads nod. SEALs ran it, cops trusted it, competitors still shoot it. It's the kind of pistol that don't just carry rounds, it carries history. And the Legion trim, that's proof that Sig knew it was a legend and decided to dress it like one. Heavy? Yep. Pricey? Absolutely. But balance that slide on target, squeeze that tuned trigger, and you'll understand why folks still line up for it. I've seen buyers hand over stacks of cash without even blinking because they know exactly what they're getting. A pistol that's already proved itself in more fights than the new boys will ever see. Critics bark about polymer being the future, about lighter and cheaper options, but 2025 showed something different. This steel-framed classic still walks out of shops, still outsells pistols that were supposed to bury it. Legends don't fade just because trends change. And the P226 Legion, that's not a carry piece you forget. That's a pistol you pass down knowing it'll still draw respect long after the hype dies out. Carry ain't just about weight or caliber, it's about trust. And these pistols, the ones we've walked through tonight, they've already proved themselves where it counts. They don't need billboards or loud mouths to defend them. Their legends were written on firing lines, in holsters, and in the quiet moments where a man's life could have hung on the steel at his side. So now it's your call. Which of these carry guns has earned its place on your belt, and which one do you think deserves the title of legend? Drop it down below because I'll be there in the mud with you in every argument and every story. I'm Steve, and I'll tell you plain. Hype fades, brands come and go, but a true carry legend, that one stays on your hip till the day you can't carry no more. See you in the next one.